Viewers' focus remains on tracking the big story. In a shocking move, Vice President Jagdeep Dhankhar has submitted his resignation 2 years before his retirement from the position. Dhankhar, who is also the chairman of the upper house of the parliament, has announced his resignation on the first day of the monsoon session, citing health conditions. While opposition has raised questions on the resignation, the timing and the reason probably, the BJP has maintained that it was nothing but health reasons that led to the resignation. President Droupadi Murmu has also formally accepted the resignation, bringing us to the question, who is now going to be the next vice president? Well, that is yet to be ascertained, as there are a few names that are doing rounds, as there are in fact speculations on who would be taking up this post of the vice president. We do know the selection criteria for the post of the vice president. As per the Article 66 of the Constitution of India, which states that the manner of election of the vice president is elected indirectly by the members of an electoral college consisting of the members of both houses of the parliament and not the members of the state legislative assembly by the system of proportional representation using single transferable votes, and the voting is conducted by the Election Commission of India via the secret ballot. It is important to note that the eligible candidate must be a citizen of India and at least 35 years old, eligible for the election to the Rajya Sabha as well, and not hold any office of the profit. My colleague Anand Singh joins me with the latest updates on this. Anand, now there are in fact many names that are doing rounds just after the formal announcement that was made by Vice President Jagdeep Dhankhar over his resignation. Even there are names that are doing rounds, also include many from the Congress as well. What more are you picking up as day 3 of the monsoon session? And there is also likely, in fact, the issue to be raised in the parliament session today.
Just remember the way in which Vice President Jagdeep Dhankhar has tendered his resignation surprisingly on Monday evening. So clearly, this has sent shockwaves to the ruling party as well as to the opposition. And now several names are doing rounds so that they can be the probable candidate for the Vice President, as the MHA has also notified the Election Commission about the vacancy for the post of the Vice President. So clearly, the Election Commission will be first announcing the dates, and this is step is going to take place in next few months, as in this session this process can't be completed. So clearly, the Election Commission will be announcing the date for the election of the new Vice President, whereas several names have been doing rounds, and in which several of the prominent BJP leaders as well as even the opposition is also raiding their candidates. So clearly, as Prime Minister Narendra Modi is going to foreign visit on two nation tour of UK and Maldives. So clearly, a proper decision by the BJP top brass will be taken only after the Prime Minister returns from his two nation tour, and then they will have a proper discussion to chalk out the name for the post of the Vice President, as the Vice President is also the chairperson of the Rajya Sabha. So clearly, this will take some time. And if we talk about the opposition's move in Parliament today on the third day, so clearly, the opposition leaders will be today once again raising the issue of the special intensive revision of the voter rolls in Bihar, the exercise that is being carried out by the Election Commission of India. So clearly, the Election Commission has been carrying out this exercise there just ahead of the crucial assembly polls. Besides this SIR exercise of the EC, the opposition will also raise the issue of Pahalgam terror attack as well as Operation Sindoor, demanding for a detailed discussion in both the houses of parliament. Back to you, Sindhu.
Well, all right. In fact, Anand, thank you very much for the latest updates. And now, political analyst Himanshu Bhatt is also joining me live on the telecast. Sir, appreciate you joining me this morning. What sense do you make of the sudden announcement of the resignation that has been submitted by Vice President Jagdeep Dhankhar? How exactly are you able to interpret this move, especially at the day 1 of the monsoon session, The timing of it is also being questioned, while many are also speculating that there was no such indication of a big decision like this coming in at that point of time. While the BJP is also in a move to defend this decision, the opposition makes sure to continue raise their objections to this sudden announcement by Vice President Jagdeep Dhankhar on the day first of the monsoon session.
See, there are two things, and we have to understand everything, both the things, equally, rightly, correctly. Number one, that could be a health issue. If that is the case, then the controversy should not arise. Now, since the resignation has been accepted by Droupadi Murmu ji, it also means that government knows this. The ruling dispensation and the think tank of ruling dispensation knows this. Now, when that happens, there are always speculations. Number one is, they want to ease him out of the job. And number two, he is up for something bigger than this, and they consider Dhankhar ji to be valuable, and they want something else from him. And that's why he's eased out. And now this particular time, you are asking about the timing. Timing is everything in politics. Now on one side, we are having Bihar elections coming up. It could be a man from Bihar or, some allies like Nitish Kumar's party or some other party for that matter, promise that we will give you a plum post. Or maybe even, Chandrababu Naidu. Now that also could be in the realms of speculation. So to make way for him, Dhankhar ji might be given a very, very responsible work in a party like BJP. Now that is also a possibility. On the other side, if you see the decision, on one side, Kiren Rijiju, our minister, says that there are signatures of 115 to 117 MPs, and we are going to table that bill, against Yashwant Verma, Justice Yashwant Verma. Now, Dhankhar ji has already accepted the plea of 65-67 MPs from Rajya Sabha. Is it a confrontation that is going on the back door? Well, we do not know. But it looks something like that also. So that is also in the speculation. Now, what is happening is, I foresee this whole session being in turmoil one way or another. Till the elections of Bihar are out, because see, BJP always does things very, very slowly. It takes its own time. In 2024, JP Nadda's term expired. Have they taken a decision even now? They have not done so. For Vice President also, they are going to take time. They are not going to move the way opposition wants them to move. They are going to move with their own pace. And they will have some plans for that. So I will not be surprised the entire session, there is, the elected member, one of the elected members, chairs the Rajya Sabha. And the session passes. And जिसे कहते हैं ना हिंदी में ठंडे बस्ते में डाल देंगे, they will do that. They have a real habit. If you see the history of last 5-10 years, they take their own sweet time in appointments. But once they decide on it, they don't defer it. And that is what is going to happen in the case of our Vice President's post also. Back to you.
All right, in fact. Mr. Bhatt, thank you very much on that note, in fact, for sharing the remarks on putting the focus on what happens next and the possible reasons of why such a decision could have also taken. And now we move forward with this abrupt resignation. Former Vice President Jagdeep